festival of Sukkot, the festival of Tabernacles. And I have with me the book of Restoration. If you remember this book, we have given out earlier this year. And uh, the congregation had really put aside a great amount to provide this book to every member. And I hope that you are reading it. Have you made any marks on it? Amen. That is so good. I would like you to go through it. We have, our congregation have made it possible to have it purchased uh, through the publisher so that we can all have a copy and, and to go through. So in page number 89, I would just like to have a few comments in here. I am lifting this up from this book, Restoration, Returning the Torah of God to the Disciples of Yeshua. It says in here that, of course, this is the last appointment on God's Leviticus 23 calendar. It is the Feast of Booths, an 8-day harvest celebration. So the Hebrew name of the festival is Sukkot. It is a word that means, from the original, sukkah. All right, sukkah coming from shelter or stables or huts. Now, this is temporary. It says tent-like structures and are often translated as tabernacles in our English Bibles. The festival is named because of Israel that is commanded to annually build such dwellings as a reminder of the post-Exodus years when they lived in booths, huts, and following God in the wilderness. Now, many beautiful traditions are attached to this festival of booths. For example, it is traditional to invite guests into one's booth for a festival meal each night of the festival. Do you know what the word for the guests? Yes, the foreigners that come into your booths. Do you know the Hebrew term for it? Sojourner, ushpizin, right? Or ushpizin. For example, it's among the list of invitees are some names, of course: Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Joseph, Moses, Aaron, and David. We have sent out in our social media pages. I think it's a tradition already. Every year we sent out the link for the movie Ushpisin. Right? Have you watched the movie Ushpisin? You need to watch it. It's on YouTube. Ushpizin. Anyway, however, the Feast of Booths anticipates the Messianic age when the dead will be raised to life again, and we will all sit at a table with the aforementioned in the kingdom of heaven. The word tabernacle, Sukkot, he was once tabernacle, came down to tabernacle with us. At present, he is now tabernacling with us. And in the future, he will again come and tabernacle with us, right? So in that day, each man will take shelter under his own vine and fig tree. A tabernacle of glory will be spread over Jerusalem. According to the prophets, the Feast of Booths celebrates a time when all nations will ascend to Jerusalem, bearing tribute to King Messiah and celebrating the festival. That was what we have read in the book of Zechariah, chapter 14, verse 16. Now, many teachers, they make it a case for placing the birth of Yeshua during the Feast of Booths. There are many suggestions on how they place these ones, and you could go through it and reference the scriptural sources that you would see in that. However, theologically, this is very compelling because, among other reasons, John here used the verb of the Greek word translating suka, and the word from John chapter 1 verse 14, and the word became flesh, and he tabernacled among us, and he dwelt among us. So that word tabernacle among us, when he tabernacled among us then, he is tabernacling among us again now, and he will tabernacle among us again in the Messianic age. So that celebration of the Festival of Booths celebrates the Messiah who once tabernacled among us, now tabernacling with us, and in the future will again tabernacle among us. So in that day, all nations will ascend to his throne in Jerusalem in order to celebrate the Festival of Booths. Obviously, this is a very important festival for disciples of Messiah today. And as we have, my slides are not working. Okay, help me go back. As we have read in the book of Zechariah chapter 6, from Zechariah 14, verse 16 to 19, right? That is the blessing. What does it say? If you are not going to come up and celebrate, then there will be no rain. It is kind of a like a curse. Now that you have known the joyful celebration, if you would put it aside and not celebrate it with the people of the Lord, there will be no rain for you for the coming year. And if you celebrate it together, then there will be rain. It says, to the nations that will come up and celebrate it, there will be rain. For those who will not come up, there will be no rain. Right? So that is a challenge for us also as believers in the Lord, that at many times when we go through trials and challenges in life, we trust the Lord that, Lord, please provide me this and provide me that. And then the Lord will put up his tent on you and cover you. But when he says, prove me now therefore, and come celebrate my Shabbat, my festivals, we put it aside. Right? So that is a challenge for us tonight. Amen? Let us now wave our lulavs.